What's going on, everybody? Bengals versus the Jaguars. Week 5, Season 5, Operation Sports League, OSVets. Bengals 2-2 to this point. So are the Jags. Both teams hungry for a win. Be interesting to see who comes out on top on this one. To this point, the Bengals suffered many key injuries. Losing Keith Rivers, he'll be back in 2 weeks. Leonard Hankerson going out for 12 weeks. Tom Whitney for 7 weeks. Calvin Fletcher also out 2 weeks. Will be back against the Ravens, which is another pivotal game. Right now the Bengals are trying to move the ball against the Jaguars. Jaguars are a top 10 run defense in the league. To open this season, I've tried a different point of attack. As you see here, Marcel Reese catches a big pass, driving the ball down the field. I'm trying to open up a little bit of my own run and shoot, a la NY Kia 31. CJ Miles scores a touchdown, unheralded running back behind Octavius Hardy. In the early goings, the Bengals played pretty good defense against the Jaguars, shutting down Maurice Jones-Drew and keeping the passing game at bay. Right here, Marquise Dawson drops a wide open interception, but still forces the punt. Things looking good for the Bengals early. League-wide though, let's take a look at the standings league-wide. The Ravens are sitting at 4-0. Bengals 2-2 as I mentioned. Here's a big play though in the game. Dario Dickerson intercepts a pass from Josh Freeman, effectively ending any momentum that the Bengals built up after getting that last 3 and out. And then Maurice Jones-Drew takes the wind out of their sails, tying the game. Big run, and that run opened the floodgates for Jones-Drew the rest of the game, as you'll see. Bengals antsy to get things going. AJ Green catches that one out of bounds. And then taking a sack a couple of plays later. 3rd and 11, big completion right here to Marcel Reese, filling in for the injured Calvin Fletcher. As I was saying, the New York Jets 3-1. Miami Dolphins also 3-1, so they're tied atop the AFC East. Browns are currently 2-1, and the Steelers 0-5, with their owner being vacated and going out to Tampa Bay. Defense early in the game was looking good for the Bengals still, despite everything that's happened to this point. And then Maurice Jones-Drew showing what of a little bulldozer he is, running over the entire Bengals defense to pick up 11 there. And he just continues. At this point, the Bengals were going to get ground and pounded to death. On this drive in particular, Maurice Jones-Drew, he breaks a nice little toss, but instead of cutting up field, he runs out of bounds. Interesting choice. In the NFC, Philly is 4-1, just keeping up their winning ways. The Giants and Cowboys are right behind them at 3-1. Packers undefeated at 4-0. Tampa Bay 4-1, running the NFC South since leaving the AFC North. Touchdown right there over the top of the defense. I was controlling the free safety, trying to protect an underneath pass. I came up a little too much, and he beat me over the backside of where I was supposed to be covering. And it wasn't pretty on my part, no doubt. 14 all, and Tyrone Williams sighting. Here he goes, breaks a big run. Gets it to about the 40, stopped at the 41. And here we're trying to get the ball moving just to get into field goal range, see if we can create something. Here on 3rd and 7, Hardy makes a huge effort to get the first, but just comes up short. Left me with a tough decision. Go for it or take the 3 points. I figure since he has no more timeouts, get the field goal, get points on the board, and just try to keep him from getting in range, and we managed to do that. We get the ball back to start the third quarter, and right off the bat, Lusaka Polite catches a big pass crossing the 50-yard line. Getting back to the league news, San Francisco also 3-1. They're having a pretty good year to start out the season. Here we go for a gamble. We go for the halfback screen, and it pays off big time. Went for a couple runs on third down early in the game and figured that gotta do something to mix it up, and sure enough, we caught him with the halfback screen and made it look pretty for the touchdown. We're up 24-14 at this point now. 2-score lead and with the ball. But if you remember the last time that happened, same result, interception. Pass directly to the middle linebacker. Phenom did a great job reading me as I was rolling out, looking for my receiver. Stayed patient, stayed in front of my route, and picked it off. And Maurice Jones-Drew, the little wrecking ball, continued to mess up my defense. All game long, Maurice Jones-Drew got to over 100 rushing yards before he even got to 15 carries. Here I think AJ Green has the cornerback beat, and the famous Willie Mays over the head catch makes its first appearance in this game. And that was a painful interception. It makes it back-to-back interceptions on my part. 3 straight turnovers total for me. Constantly giving the Jaguars life in this game. 24-21 at this point in the juncture. I have to make a little bit of correction. Here is the 3rd straight turnover for my team. Fumble after completing a pass, trying to get away from my end zone. Luckily for me, though, we managed to make him go 3 and out, hold him to a field goal here, and he will drill the field goal to make it 24-24. Now this game stays close throughout, and it has a pretty interesting ending. Honestly, the Jaguars played one heck of a game. Offensively, they managed to run the ball. Defensively, they forced 4 or 5 turnovers. No reason why they couldn't win this game. A big slip from Marcel Reese, looking for somebody to get open. No one breaks open. I just try to throw it away. We end up getting the first down, though. Trying to move the ball. Freeman breaks free, almost getting sacked in the process. Scores the touchdown. And that'll give us a 7-point lead at this point. One of the times we held Maurice Jones-Drew from getting 4 yards on at least 1 carry. Here, Maurice Jones-Drew, excellent cutback, picking up more yards. Just decimating my defense. As you can see there, Dante Moat gets blown up. First down off of the toss. And I believe that would be Maurice Jones-Drew, the last run of the game. Here we are trying to catch Bob Evans. He escapes and almost gets back to the line of scrimmage. Third down, though. Deep pass to the end zone, and the tight end catches it. He says inbounds. Referee says out of bounds. 4th and 11. Not sure what to call. The Jaguars go for the field goal, thinking that all they'll need is a touchdown if they can get a stop. Corey Mays, CJ Miles, I don't know why I said Corey Mays, makes a break run. I think I even just said break run, but that's okay though. Here we are again, Freeman in the pocket. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. He just decides to take it again. Had all day to throw it, but nobody got open. Here the Bengals managed to sniff out the halfback screen pass. They figured they hadn't run it all game. This is the best situation to run it. And the Bengals managed to stop the screen and effectively end the Jaguars' comeback hopes. One last gasp for this team. Avoids the sack, but Laurinaitis comes up with it after the first failed attempt. Here's another one. Second sack. I believe that's big Cedric Ellis picking up his second sack of the season. 3rd and 17. Needing something to happen. They fire it downfield. Slippery ball makes the ball get overthrown. And that would end the game. The Bengals would hang on to win the game 45-27. Great game by both sides. Jaguars really had a chance to win it, and they played fantastic in this game. They fall to 2-3.